All right, welcome back to ClearCryptos. It's YouTube channel. I am with the grandfather of Shiba Inu. Right now, this man has been talking about Shiba Inu for a year and a half in that same seat. And today we're going to break it down. Why is SHIB so successful? Austin, you're the man to ask. Why has Shiba Inu been so successful?
Oh, a grandfather. I didn't know you were going to call me a grandfather. I've only got a 14-year-old son, so God help me. I hope I'm not a grandfather, but I guess I am the grandfather of Shiba Inu coverage here on YouTube. Yeah, sitting in this seat makes it seem like, God, that's been a long time. Anyway, why is it so successful? I mean, we could talk about this for an hour, so we're not going to do that, by the way. So I think here's what I would say. I would think that Shiba Inu, why is it so successful? For me, it really comes down to a couple of key things, and I'll start them and you can add to them. Community, massive community, the SHIB army, 1.2 million holders. I think vocal advocates out there every day, pushing the narrative forward, pushing the project forward. That's one. And I'll do the second one and then I'll open it up to you because otherwise I just keep talking, right? I think the second thing is the ecosystem, the active development around the ecosystem. And, you know, again, we got metaverse component coming, we got a game coming, we got their own blockchain coming. But for me, the ecosystem equals utility. And, you know, and that's what I have. I mean, I could do this all day, but go ahead. I want you to get your comments on some of the stuff I just said.
Yeah. I mean, you stole the top two, I think. I mean, there's more. I would say the timing of it too, man. I mean, just the timing of it last year lined up perfectly with the rise in crypto. You know, we saw SHIB kind of start as a joke, right? And what's crazy is they kind of reverse engineered it. They started with the community building first, and now you're starting to see the big utilities come out. So I guess at the forefront, it was great timing, but now they're building. And you know, you look at a competitor like Dogecoin, who came in and really came into prominence around the same time. They've been around longer, we know that, but what are they doing? What are they doing now?
Yeah, nothing. And I'm a fan of Doge. Yeah, and I'm not slamming Doge, but there is no active development, right? I want to go back to something you said though, because you know this goes back to, you know, Shiba Inu is classified as a meme token, and everybody knows that I have a real problem with that label. I think that label is not descriptive of what it was. I think Shiba Inu, to your point, Zach, I think the reason it was successful was that when it came out of the gate, I'm going to bring out an oldie but a goodie, and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember it. When Shiba Inu came out, they branded themselves as the quote Dogecoin killer. Right. And so here's what happened. Whether you agreed or disagreed with it, it created buzz, it created hype, it created energy, it created that thing.
No doubt.
And that I think was I never agreed with that label, that brand. I'm on record. I know you didn't either, but you cannot fault the marketing genius of it. And that's what I think got them out of the gate and got them, you know, at least down the proverbial, you know, road, if you will. Right.
Well, you know what? And that's a great point. And I think, you know, something I remember talking a lot about, I think we probably both did, was there were so many people who felt like they were late to Dogecoin, right? They were just getting their feet wet into crypto and they heard everybody talking about Dogecoin and they're like, oh, we missed it. It's already 30 cents. It's 40 cents. It's going crazy. Well, guess what? There's another one.
Yep.
Enter Shiba Inu. And it goes back to that timing, I think, because people were interested in finding that next big thing. And it says a lot about, you know, kind of how they started. But now, you know, 2 years in, they just celebrated their 2-year birthday, if you will, right. SHIB. Now it's all about keeping it going. And I think that's where they really have excelled, you know, in these last 6 months.
Yeah. So I think for me, the final two components for this video, there's more of the reasons that it's successful is I think, so I want to talk about what you just said, basically the ongoing development. But what I really think is really interesting is the transformation that as we have seen around Shiba Inu, and I think we'll have that be the fourth one. The third variable that I want to talk about that you and I've talked a lot about in videos is because of that timing, because of the momentum that happened. Then you and I literally saw it happen all last year is the transformation of Shiba Inu into a coin that is talked about, a token that's talked about every single day in the media. every single day. As an example, this article that you just pulled up, there are literally 20 of these every single day across dozens of different online media outlets, which again propagated what that media coverage brings eyeballs, brings people into the fold. So I'll let you talk about what you got up there.
Yeah, this was nuts. So we just covered this today. And you know, it was kind of like a thing where they kind of turned back the clocks and went back to October last year, where SHIB set its all-time high. So this wallet, way back when, in August 2020, bought $8,000 worth of SHIB, and it's now worth $5.7 billion. Of course, this was in August, so it's come down a little bit off that, obviously.
So you got to remind everybody, it launched August 1.
Or this was October, rather, yeah.
Okay, well, then still 2 months
October
in.
1. Yeah.
2 months in. August 1, $8,000. Sounds like it, you know, this looks like it was an amazing bet, but $8,000 at that time, this thing was 2 months old, when on average, for every 10 new projects that come out, 9 of them fail, right? You know, brand new projects with no utility, no nothing. Nobody knew what Shiba Inu would ever become. I just want to preface that. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, but I want to point out, right, that that's really the exception to the rule. 8,000 equals 5.7 billion. Amazing. I wish I would have done something like that, but that was a pretty big bet.
No doubt. No doubt. I mean, the greatest trade of all time.
I think it is definitely up there. 8,000 equals 5.7 billion, and they're still actively selling that stuff off, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt. I mean, I guess we'll end it with this. So, you know, will we see millions of percentage gained like we did over the past couple of years? It's going to be a little harder to move that needle. You know, SHIB's a top 20 token. It's been in the top 15. It's even climbed into the top 10, you know, last October. What kind of returns could people still expect to see, do you think? I mean, is there still a lot of room there for it to go up?
I mean, you know, we've bounced back from our all-time highs of 8 in the 8 and the 9 range. Still what, 4 zeros? Like right now we're 4 zeros and 1 2 1 6. No, not 1 2, but yeah 1 2. We're in that range. And our all-time high was 4 zeros and an 8 and change. So I mean, just to get back to that is a massive return. But no, I don't think. I think the time of, I mean, look at what happened in October of last year. We had 1,000% run in the month of October 2021.
Insane.
Nobody, and by the way, we still don't know why that happened. There's no, you know, where there's a rumor, you and I both know, rumor and speculation. But I think, so here's how I look at this. You know, you and I both know a couple of millionaires who literally view Shiba Inu as a stable coin, you know, but it's not a stable coin. But what I mean by that is that it has very, very, very defined patterns. Right. Yeah. It you know, when it establishes a support level, it freaking stays there. You know, outside of a catastrophic worldwide event, it will hold that, usually that, you know, that support line, even in a really, really, really bearish market. So, you know, I think and that's because of its liquidity pool and, you know, the demographic of investors, et cetera. I think it's just become a very unique project that, you know, I would even venture to say as it gets even older, the community token brand may even fall away from it. It's just it is becoming a massive just crypto project with a massive community. Because I think you could say, right, Zach, don't you think that the meme token thing, done with it, you know?
Probably. That era, yeah.
Yeah, that era. In fact, nobody really talks about that anymore. That was definitely a 2021 era, and now it's community, you know? And I don't think people view community tokens, air quotes intended, as a bad thing anymore. I think that they're specific.
I agree. And I think, you know, I've heard this said another way too, like community token or even social token, coin. And I think that's really where we're moving to, is create something that people are passionate around. And then obviously you need utilities, but I mean, you could reverse engineer it like SHIB has done, build that community first, and then say, hey, what do we want to do with this? We've got all of these people interested now, and let's build. So yeah, man, it's been fun covering SHIB for a long time. We're going to continue to do it, of course. It's been kind of the darling of the crypto market the last year and a half, and I don't think it's going away.
Definitely here to stay.
Yeah. All right, guys, thanks so much for popping in here. Let us know what you think about Shiba Inu down below in the comment section, and make sure you check out ClearCryptos over on Twitter, on Discord. They just dropped a big bomb on Discord, by the way. You're going to want to check that out, and subscribe right here for more content. We'll see you in the next one.